Hey, it's Leanne and Simon on Loving Life Now for today's topic, Get Centered.
Excellent.
I'm going to do some sharing.
Well, thanks, Lee. Well, welcome everyone to our Facebook Live for this evening. Great topic lined up called Get Centered, but we'd love to, first of all, welcome you to our live stream. So as you join us, let us know where you're streaming in from. We'd love to say hello, pop your details in the comments. First off the rank is Kayla over there in Boston in the US. G'day, Kayla. Welcome. Good morning to you, and thanks for getting up early and joining us. Who else have we got streaming in there on our Facebook Live? Just pop your details in the comments. Let us know where you're streaming in from. You can do it on TikTok as well.
We've got Dwayne and Izzy, and I saw a few others.
Karen says, hi guys, looking good from Antigua. Thanks, Karen. Bernie's here. Great to be here. Loads of frogs in the rain. And Mick's chefing. Bernie's doing backflips.
Nice.
Peggy, hello from Perth in WA. Hey Peggy, thanks for joining us. Brett Hudson, great to have you here. Hi guys, very wet in North Brisbane. Yep, it's wet here on the Gold Coast too.
It's wet on the Gold Coast.
In fact, I probably haven't seen it rain like it is today for a long time.
No.
It's just been constant all day. Hasn't let up. Sharon Gordon, hello from Canada. Hi Sharon, thanks for joining us up there in Canada. It'll be super early for you, of course. Middle of the morning, I would say, early hours, depends which coast you're on. Shani, g'day from Sydney. Thanks for joining us. Who else we got out there? As you've popped on and joined us on Facebook, let us know. Put your location where you're streaming in from in the comments, and we'd love to personally welcome you before we get the topic underway. And our topic is Get Centered. So how do we get centered? What do we do to get centered? Well, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about some of the things that don't allow us to be centered. So what different ideals do we identify with? We all have ideals in our life. We're going to be talking about those. Do you react defensively? A lot of people react defensively. They don't like criticism. Hello, Kate from Ontario. God, we've got Canada's in the house.
This sharing is taking a lot longer than usual.
And that'll be bright and early for you too, I imagine. Hello, Cheryl in Sydney. Greg Horton. Hey, Greg. Great to have you here. Sue Robson, welcome from the Gold Coast. Who else we got? Karen is wet in Antigua to what? To Windaroo today. All right, so you're on the road maybe? Bernie says, ask Kirsty if you want a Cindy. I don't know. Anthony, hello. G'day, Anthony. Also in Antigua. Bernie Island. Oh, you meant centered. Sorry. Yes, I did say. I said centered.
And hello, everyone here on TikTok.
All right. So decide which ideals you want to allow yourself to dominate. So we're going to be talking about those. We're going to be talking about how we react, and of course how we get centered. How do we get centered? It's not letting me tag me. You might have to tag me after you've shared it or something. That's right, Lee's doing the sharing across our pages. We will get underway shortly, so if you've just joined us, pop your details in, let us know where you're streaming in from. We'd love to welcome you to the stream. Karen said they just got back from her mum's 80th birthday. Oh, well, happy birthday to your mum.
Nice.
That's a nice, ripe age to be at, 80. 80, had a good life, absolutely. My mum turned 74 this Friday.
Nice. All right, I'm done with the sharing. I'm over it now.
All right. So let's jump into our topic, Lee. We are talking about personal development topic this evening, and our topic out of our personal development program that we work with with our online business. The topic we chose this week is Get Centered. So what's it all about?
Sure. So we're actually streaming here on Facebook. We're streaming over here on TikTok as well, guys. If you are on TikTok and want to watch us on Facebook, it's Loving Life Now number 2.
Hey Chantel, welcome. And Michelle Peel, welcome to you. Thanks for joining us late. If you've just joined us, let us know where you're streaming in from. As I said, we'd love to welcome you to the stream as well. So get centered. In life, we identify ourselves with ideals, both life-enriching ideals.
And destructive.
So we've got two things that we identify ourselves with, right? Life-enriching or destructive. So identifying these allows us to open the door to understanding what it is that's at the root of our addictions or our behaviors and attitudes that don't serve us. Have you got an attitude that doesn't serve you?
I have an attitude in general. I don't know if it serves me or not, but probably not.
Well, we all have an attitude at times, right? We can have attitudes.
Yeah.
Have you got attitudes? Do you have an attitude that doesn't serve
Say
you?
yes.
Yeah, let's be honest, right? We have attitudes that don't serve us. So early in life, when we're developing, some see anger as an effective tool to get their own way. Mm-hmm. Some people do, right?
Yeah,
what do kids do when they're like toddlers? What do they do? Throw tantrums
on the floor.
Why do they throw tantrums?
Because they're angry.
But why?
But
why are they angry?
They're angry. They usually don't know.
No, but why are they angry? They're trying to get their own way, right? So they're trying to use that as a way to actually get attention, get what they want, win at whatever it is that they want to win at.
Yeah.
So in life at an early age, that's a lot of times what people learn. Mm-hmm. And not saying it's right. Certainly not saying that that's acceptable behaviour or even right behaviour. And as a parent, we then educate our kids that that's not what they need to do in order to win the argument, the battle, or get what they want, right?
Yeah, totally. So someone's just asking, we're on Facebook and it's Loving Life Now #2.
So Byron says, hey guys, hi Byron, where are you streaming in from? Let us know. And Peggy said sometimes she has attitude with Paul.
Or just Paul have attitude with her. Who knows?
And it may not serve you either, right? All right, so identifying these things at an early age, we can make a change, right? Now, some recognise that being a rebel was very effective in freeing them from suppressive rules. Now, this is really topical about today, right? So let's think about this. Some people recognise that being a rebel is very effective in freeing you from suppressive rules being forced onto us to do things that we have no interest in. Does that sound like something that's going on today?
A little bit.
It does, doesn't it? Mm. So there's people out there that recognise being a rebel can be effective in freeing us from suppressive rules being forced upon us and doing things that we have no interest in doing.
Yes.
Well, of course.
Many of those things we're not going to mention.
No, but kids do that, and through our evolution of life and how we grow up, of course, we go through these stages, and sometimes as a teenager. You think teenagers become rebellious?
Yeah.
Why do they become rebellious?
Because they don't want to do what they're being told to do.
Yeah, they don't want to do what they're being told to do, or they don't want to do what they're being asked to do, and they want an opinion. They want to be heard, right? So they become a little bit rebellious.
Yeah.
And they want to stamp their authority or their opinion on what's going on in their life.
Yeah, absolutely. So, hey, Mish, you've swapped over from TikTok. Hey, Dee.
Excellent. So Mish is streaming in from Warrnambool in Victoria.
Nice.
Thanks for streaming in from Warrnambool. So it becomes possible to figure out why it is that we can be easy to anger, or why we haven't been successful in things like overeating, smoking, or even drinking, right? Mm-hmm. So if we get angry about these things in life, then we can't always achieve what we want to achieve.
No.
So if we didn't want to eat as much and we want to eat healthier, then of course we've got to be positive to do that.
Absolutely.
Can't be angry about it.
Exactly. We've got someone from snowy Germany, they said.
Oh, g'day from Germany.
And hey, Mel. And there was someone from PNG as well.
And Connie's just joined us from sunny Perth Hills. G'day, Connie.
Yeah, we've got people from everywhere today.
So when these are things that you identify with, like the anger or the rebellious, they can become, or even the overeating and the smoking or the drinking.
Yeah.
So if these are things that you identify with, they can become a habit for you.
Yes.
Many people have habits around all sorts of things, both good and bad.
Yes.
And they can't seem to stop doing them voluntarily. Why? Why can't they stop doing them voluntarily? It's not a trick question. I'm just after your opinion.
I'm not sure.
Why do you think that, if something becomes a habit...
Because they don't really want to?
Like overeating, as an example.
Because they don't want to stop?
Yeah, because they don't want to stop. Well, it becomes a mental mindset game, doesn't it?
Yes.
Like their mind's telling them that they want to eat more, so they eat more, right? Or if their mind's telling them that they need a cigarette and they go outside and smoke, then, they've got to put a stop to that. It's a bit like vaping.
Yeah.
Right? Vaping's a problem in schools. Do you believe that?
No.
Massive problem in schools. But then again, when I went to school, smoking was an issue at school.
True.
So it's really just evolved from one thing to another.
Yeah.
So anyway, so identifying these things is a way to start to, create the change. Now, the opposite is also true, right? Now, the opposite is some things are small enough or quiet enough that they'll get by easier. And so we take on the ideal of the meek. So we become meek and mild, right? So we just think, oh, well, I'll play it safe. I'll it's pretty small. I'll be quiet about it, and
not tell anyone.
No, it'll all just work itself out, and I'll just
won't matter.
Sit over here in the corner and won't have an opinion.
Yeah,
won't go and say anything because what's it going to matter anyway?
Exactly.
Yeah, and people feel like that. People feel like, what does it matter? What does it matter if I feel that way or if I have an opinion? Doesn't matter. So people's actions can seem quite out of context to others because we look at other people and we think, why would they react like that? Or why would they behave like that? Yeah?
Yes.
So do we, not in a judgmental way, but more of an awareness way. We don't always agree with the way people behave. So people get angry.
Well, not everyone's going to react the same to stuff, right?
No, that's right. So finding a truer, more natural life enriching ideal that might have been buried for decades within you can be quite freeing and can lead to quantum leaps forward in your own life and in your business. So if you really understand for yourself what excites you and what gives you life, then it can be freeing, right? Rather than being angry or trying to get attention or being rebellious or even being the meek person in the corner and not saying anything, not standing up for what you believe in, right? It's important to stand up for what you believe in. Do you believe that?
Yes, absolutely.
I do. You got to stand up for what you believe in. As long as you're doing it from a place of informed, educated decisions, then stand up for what you believe in life. But don't make others wrong by doing that.
Yes. No, you don't want to pull others down to make your attention, right?
So you can stand up for what you believe in, a bit like what's going on around the country at the moment. You can stand up for what you believe in, but you don't have to make others wrong because there is others that are going to have difference of opinions. So you can stand up for what you believe in, but don't make others wrong.
Exactly.
Just because they have a different opinion to you. So people's actions, like I said, can seem quite out of context to others, to each other.
Yes.
Now, finding a truer, we spoke about the life. So by doing this, it can actually free you from a no-win cycle of life. Now, what's a no-win cycle of life? Well, it can look like you're constantly getting pushed down.
And failing at everything.
Yeah, and then pushed back up, right? So you're getting pushed down and pushed back up in life.
Well, you feel like you're up and then all of a sudden you get pushed down again.
Yeah. So it can feel like it's a no-win cycle. So it doesn't matter what you do, it's a bit like the analogy of I take 2 steps forward and then 1 step back, right?
So you're not moving forward.
So I don't feel like I'm achieving what I want to achieve because, or it's 1 step forward and 2 steps back for some people, right? They feel like they're never going forwards.
Yeah.
All right, so the more society disapproves and pushes on them, that's how you feel. So the more, again, related to what's going on today, right? The more society disapproves with the way you feel or your opinion, then it pushes you back. It pushes on you. And it makes you feel like, well, what does it matter? What does my opinion matter? Society says that this, but I don't agree with that. So what does my opinion matter? Now, in reality, we're a bit of a mixture of several ideals in our life. Our task is to decide which ones we allow to dominate our life. So which ideals do we allow to dominate? Do we want to be rebellious? Do we want to throw tantrums? Do we want to be meek and mild? Do we want to speak
I want to throw tantrums. That's what I want to do.
Do we want to speak our opinion? And of course, our ideals were life-enriching or destructive.
Yes.
Right? So which ideals do you want to decide you're going to allow to dominate in your life? Is it going to be life-enriching or are they going to be destructive? I know which ones I want. I want life-enriching ones.
Every day.
So which ones deserve to disappear forever? Well, the destructive ones. You don't want to have destructive behaviours in your life and destructive behaviours can be things like smoking, overeating, drinking, partying too hard and not allowing yourself to have some breaks in between. Some people are pretty full on in their lives. It can be an addiction to all sorts of things. Drugs, right?
Yeah.
Gym junkie. You could be addicted to the gym.
Could be addicted to Facebook.
You could-
Or TikTok.
or social
You can be
media.
addicted to TikTok.
You'd be addicted. And now, can that be destructive?
Can be.
Is a social media addiction, can it be destructive? Well, it can be.
Mm-hmm.
I spoke to somebody the other day who said they closed their Facebook account 5 years ago and have never been back on there. I'm like, really? How can you not be on Facebook?
How do you know what's going on?
But she said, oh, can I connect with you on Instagram? I said, yeah, we're on
Sure.
Instagram, sure. I'm thinking, okay, you've got Instagram, it's owned by Facebook.
Mel said, yes, we're addicted to TikTok.
All right, so it certainly can seem that no matter what you stand for or what you identify yourself with, there will be people in your life that are upset by it.
Absolutely.
Can you imagine that? There's going to be people who are upset by what you identify yourself with and what you stand for. Some people will be opposed to what you stand for and your opinions. And others are going to be angered by them.
Oh, yes.
What else? Or they're going to be?
Confused.
They will be. So, when you have an opinion, when you stand by your ideals, there's going to be people out there that are not going to agree with you. It could be family. It could be your loved one. It could be your
friends.
nearest and dearest. It could be friends.
Could be people that don't know you.
Yeah.
People who think they know you.
And so people are going to get upset by
Yeah.
what you stand for. And again, this is all relative to what's going on in today's society, right? We all have an opinion. We all have our own opinions. And it's all based on
I was
what...
going to have that saying, opinions are like, you know what? Everyone has one.
Well, you can say it. Opinions are like assholes,
Everyone
right?
has one.
Everyone has one and they all stink.
Yeah.
So that's it. There you go. We've said it.
We didn't say it, really.
All right. So the key is... So what's the key? What's the key, Lee?
Not to avoid being something or standing for something.
All right. So don't avoid being something, right? So don't avoid being something just because you're afraid that you're going to upset somebody else. Or don't avoid standing for something if you're afraid that you're going to upset somebody. Like, you got stand up for
If it's the
yourself.
right thing, you stand up for it.
But in a good way. Remember, don't make people wrong. You can have an opinion. You can stand up for what you believe in.
But you don't have to make other people wrong for you to have your
That's
opinion.
right. You can beg to disagree, right? That's my opinion based on what I believe to be true for me, and you've got your opinion based on what you believe to be true for you. And sometimes you can share your perspective, and the other person could share their perspective, and you might actually learn something from each
Actually,
other.
I've got a great example. Mel will know exactly what I'm talking about.
That's a great example.
So there's a lady who specialises, I won't say what she specialises in, but she actually puts down other people and says they're wrong because I know right. And this is me because I've been doing it for 25 years or whatever it is, right?
Yep.
She doesn't just put forward her belief, but she then has to go, well,
Make
they're
others
wrong
Yeah.
because I'm right.
Yeah. So you can have an opinion, but don't make others wrong, right?
Yeah.
So, but to find what you are drawn to out of internal passion is what you love and become that. So find out what you're drawn to. What's your internal passion around? And then what do you love to do? And become that. Become that person. Right? Become that strong belief. Have your own beliefs and be able to share those in a really educational process to others. So one thing is clear. No matter what you do or don't do in your life, there's going to be issues. So no matter what you do or you don't do in your life, there will be issues. But follow your heart and the goal will be worth the effort.
Absolutely.
Right? So follow
It's
your
always
heart.
worth it.
All right. So with what's going on in the country at the moment, you've got to follow your heart. And what you follow and what you believe in is true to you. Then stand by what you believe is true. All right. And take action for that. Go and do something about it. I've been doing things about it lately. Yeah. I've been emailing people and telling them my thoughts respectfully on what I think about what's going on. And we all have to do that. We all have to take a stand. Like, no good just whinging about something. You've got to do something about it.
Yeah.
So go and send an email off to somebody important who's involved in the decision-making processes. That's all I'm going to say.
Someone said, is her name Karen? The person I was talking about. She's a Karen.
She's a
Her
Karen.
name's not Karen.
She's a Karen, but she's not Karen. So remember, follow your heart. The goal will be worth the effort.
Yes.
So whatever your goal is, right? Trust in what you
It
believe.
might not be easy, but it'll be worth it, as they
No,
say.
but you got to trust in what you believe, and as long as you're coming from a place of empowerment and you're not making others wrong for it,
Yeah.
then trust your gut, trust your instinct, trust what you believe. Do your own research. Learn from those that can educate you. Seek opinions of those close to you if you value their opinions.
Yeah.
But certainly don't seek the opinions of those that you don't value. That's a big thing.
Definitely not.
Right? So be careful of where you're getting your information from. Be careful of how you're forming your own judgment, and make sure it's an educated judgment.
Yes.
So anyway, so that's our topic for this week, is getting centered, and that's about getting centered. How do we center ourselves? We've got these ideals in our life that we live by, and it's how we handle those and how we construct those in our life that makes a difference. And it allows us to feel, who we are. Feel good about who we are.
Cool. So what's happening?
What is happening? Well, let me think about it. We're going away this weekend.
We are. Why?
Because we can.
But why?
It's our wedding anniversary next week. So we're going to celebrate this weekend. Have a weekend away. We'll do some cool things. Relax. If it's going to be rainy, it could be Bathurst is on. Could be V8 supercars and lying in a hotel room for the day, doing nothing.
Going out to dinner, going out to dinner.
What about breakfast or lunch or?
And breakfast and lunch. Actually, we are going out to lunch.
And we
Donna
might,
and Glenn.
Yeah, and we might hang by a pool if there's any sunshine.
Yes,
if we can.
I think Saturday's meant to be Saturday.
So what else we got on? We got business calls. We got business Zooms on this week. So that's exciting. We've got neither of us are hosting anything this week, so that's not that I know of. So that's good. So we got that on, and then we're away for the weekend. So that's a nice little getaway. Of course, our wedding anniversary next Tuesday. Oh, we're meant to be doing our Facebook Live next week. We have to decide whether we're going to be here on Facebook
do we
or whether
do Facebook Live on our anniversary,
or whether we're going to be out or doing something.
Well, we have an area here.
Yeah, we do. So we'll probably be here.
We'll be here. We'll be here celebrating our anniversary with you guys.
Yeah, that's right. We'll be back. So maybe the topic will be anniversaries, wedding anniversaries.
Who knows?
I'm talking about love, just for the hell of it. You got to lead with love, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So great. Thanks for joining us on our Facebook Live this evening, everyone. Have a wonderful week ahead. And we will look forward to seeing you here on Facebook next week. So make sure you come and join us.
For our anniversary.
And for our anniversary. And have a listen to whatever topic we decide to choose, whether it's something about love or whether it's personal development. Probably it will be, but I might find a good topic that's relevant to both. All
right. Sounds good.
All right. So we'll see you next week. Same time, 7:30 Queensland time on the Loving Life Now Facebook page. Love to see you there. And welcome you to join us, of course.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.